and welcome to Tony Time. We have a very special person on our show today. What? Okay. Hi, and welcome to Tony Time. We have a very special guest on our show today. When you see this, a license plate, and you have some tin snips, I think of Mariah. Mariah, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Now you're probably wondering, license plate and tin snips, this young lady who's 18 years old has created a line of jewelry that is fabulous, just wonderful, from a license plate. So how did this get started, Mariah?
It's all kind of a funny, odd story, but my father is a welder. He owns his own business, Foss Welding Fabrication.
Good girl.
And
let's plug that.
Yes.
Okay.
And he kind of expanded his shop and bought a new one closer to home. And as we were there, getting all of his stuff transferred from his old one, my sister and my mother were being creative with his scrap metal pieces and making their own jewelry. And when I was younger, I collected license plates and decided to try some with that, and then this kind of happened.
Well, Steve, if you could get a flash here of the whole table. In a couple minutes we'll show each piece, but for right now, Mariah's jewelry can be found right now, Roxy's,
Yes.
at
Sugar.
Sugar Me, or Sugar. Do they call it Sugar or Sugar Me?
The sign says Sugar. So
Okay.
yeah.
So Sugar, which is on what street?
25 Alfred Street.
Right next to the police station.
Yep.
Same side of the street, 2 doors down. But in the meantime, we've been talking about getting into art fairs and craft fairs and
I would love to.
New York and oh my God, so much. So now, creating your jewelry, how'd you start? You looked at a license plate and you said, "I'm going to make something." Wow.
Well, those tools you just showed were sitting on his table, his big table he's got, that I saw my mother and sister using for metal.
Yeah.
So when I saw the license plate and I saw the tools, I kind of just started doing things. And I've had kind of
And how old were you then?
2 years ago, so I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah, I was 16.
Okay.
So, and I've always loved flowers, the flowered print pants and, that kind of stuff. But, so I kind of decided to try this.
How wonderful. So let's start talking about which was your very first piece.
This one right here, these two pieces right here.
Okay, so if you could zoom in here, Steve. Okay, so let's talk about this. It's quite lovely.
Yeah, that was all pretty much made in my father's shop at his garage. And it actually was technically made for a show that I entered it in from high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it won Best in Show for jewelry.
Wonderful. So you really had the incentive even from that.
Yeah, definitely. That kind of pushed me to keep going with the rest of it, most definitely.
My goodness, and the earrings on this too are just Just wonderful. Steve, are you catching the jewelry on this? The earrings? Great. Okay, so you started with that. You received good feedback,
I did.
and then you went to what?
Further things, I tried, this ones are kind of just one layer of flowers, just the one single plate that I cut out with the slits. And then I moved on to this one here.
Okay.
Maybe we can actually take
Yeah,
this one down.
good
and kind of
idea.
put it on
Let's do
there.
that.
Yeah.
I just can't believe this is made from license plates.
Yep. So I started, a rose is more than just the single. So I kind of based my inspiration off a rose, and that's kind of where this one came from.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So what you do is you cut out
Circles.
circles.
And then I slit however many holes, I guess they're slits, how many ever I want.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot of sanding to get the edges smooth so you don't, put your finger. And then a lot of shaping with tools.
Perfect. And I mean, the chain on this is just very strong and sturdy, but yet very soft and elegant.
Yeah.
The clasp, I love these clasps on the back. What are these called? I love these.
They're toggles, actually?
Toggles.
Yeah.
Which is just, when your necklace is on. I mean, this is just wonderful. Okay. So this went on to your collection of roses.
Mm-hmm. Which kind of went on from there. Most of my other pieces are based off of roses. They're kind of my favorite.
Uh-huh. All right. So now let's switch this out.
Yeah.
Steve, we're going to switch out this necklace here. And we're going to put I love this antique looking one.
Yeah.
How did this come about with the...
This license plate came from my father's best friend.
Okay.
He had it on some vehicle or something. I think it was an ATV license plate.
Okay.
And it was just so old and kind of turned that color. So I decided to try it with that, and I actually clear coated all of the pieces so it would stay that way or wouldn't rub off on your fingers as well. So it definitely came from that.
Wow. That is just very,
Yeah.
very pretty. And again, the chain and the back, the clasp. Great. Now let's also show, this is kind of different because here you're using a ribbon.
Yeah, that's actually a whole different thing to begin with. That's actually
Okay.
not a license plate, believe it or not.
Okay, let me pull this up. It's a little lower than the other ones. Okay.
So, along with my father's garage, he owns a Bronco, a classic, an old one.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought new tires for it, bigger tires, so he had to cut out the wheel wells so he wouldn't catch it when he's going over rocks. He takes it off-road. And I took the pieces that he left on the floor and used my tin snips and came up with a necklace.
Dad can't leave anything around, can he?
No.
It's either your sister or your mom.
Yep.
Okay, great. This is beautiful. Now you put in the middle of this beads.
Yes.
All right. The blue and the green together are wonderful. And I like the ribbon.
Yeah, it was something different. I ended up liking it, so.
It works with that very, very nicely. Okay, so now let's do this one here. Yeah, this is the one.
Yep, that's actually made from the same license plate as the ones, the
Okay.
antique ones.
And this we have
Yep,
the
something
circle.
different.
Great. Okay, Steve, you can see this, I'm hoping. If not, hit the speaker thing. Yeah, this comes from the same, but you added on to it.
Yep, added on more beads. The green with the pearls you're seeing is actually a necklace I had owned previously before starting this, and decided to take it apart to put with this one.
Wonderful. Now, I just noticed with your hair back, you're wearing your own earrings.
Yep.
Show the audience that, yeah. Look at this. Steve can zoom in on that. That looks great. And they look like they're very lightweight as well.
Yeah, they are. They really weigh just about nothing.
Nothing, yeah,
They're very
because
light.
people are always afraid of wearing a heavy earring,
Yeah, absolutely.
pulling your holes down. These are not heavy. I mean, you might think they are, but they're not.
They're really not. Even with the extra dangle, they're not, because these at the bottom aren't that
Yeah,
heavy either.
that's perfect.
So,
Perfect. Now, you're in school right now,
yes.
and you're studying what?
My hopes are to be a physical therapist.
This is an 18-year-old who has her head together. I was just telling some friends of mine last night, you were going to be on the show today. And I said, I have not met an 18-year-old this together, number one. People-friendly, manners, smart, creative. Mom and Dad did a good job.
They did.
And I'm telling you, it's been a long time. So you're in college. Are you in your second year? Where are you?
I'm actually a freshman. I'm in my second semester of my first year at USM.
Okay. So you're going to college. She's designing jewelry. Now this one here, this bracelet, I'm going to put it right here. This is a bracelet.
Yeah, that one is an experiment along with the Bronco one. It's actually made out of bottle caps. So this one takes up much more time and commitment to than the rest of it, because when you cut the bottle caps, they're very sharp. So it takes about twice as long to get them.
Wow.
But they are pretty cool.
I mean, they really are. I mean, these are just, I mean, any store could call you and say, I want to have,
absolutely.
a special design of my very own. You hear that, everybody? Call Mariah. Now this one here is a little more dressier.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we can do it this way. Now this is a black and white license plate?
Yep, both of them are, I believe, Maine, and the black license plate is a Maine license plate that I
Is
found
it?
at an antique store.
Oh, honey, I'm going to have to get you some New York license plates here.
Yeah.
You've got to get that orange and black going here.
Yeah.
These are just great. And here's one with the flowers again. And it looks like the earrings you can mix and match with the bracelets.
Yeah, that bracelet actually goes, I made this set, actually, is my mother's.
Oh, okay.
So she let me borrow it for today.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, now if you could take a look at this. This is great. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, this would hold up beautifully.
Yeah, it really does, and it's comfortable.
Yeah. It's very lightweight.
Yeah.
Everything you have.
Absolutely.
Now let's go into, you have, I see over there, longer earrings, dangling
Yeah, I do.
earrings. Let me see those over here.
These ones here.
Okay. Wow, look at these. Just hold them up with both. And this is just, see, I like long earrings.
I do kind of a variation because, there are some people that like long ones, or some people like short or little ones. So.
Okay, here's my theory. Here's my theory. People that have a round face need to wear the long dangly ones, a little longer. A thinner face can get away with these, I
The
think.
shorter ones.
That's my theory on it. Yeah, let's pull a shorter one up. The green right there, the whichever one. Yeah, these are just
Yeah.
very interesting. Now, you can see, I would think, with those, definitely, a thinner face could carry these off. Not saying that you shouldn't get them, but I think they're more. Now, those with lobsters on them,
Oh,
those
yeah,
are
these are the
so
main.
cute. These are so, so cute.
Yeah.
Look at these little lobsters. Great. Wonderful red, white, and blue with the lobster.
Definitely inspired by Maine.
Definitely a Maine item. So tell me now, you have a sister. What does she do?
She actually goes to USM as well. She's finishing up her last year for her 4 years. She's actually going to be a dentist, but someone who does crowns and kind of the surgery
Wonderful.
stuff. So she's got an additional 4 years of school left. But
Oh my, okay.
she's going for it. She's gun ho, so she's
That's
got her head on
great.
straight as well.
That's
So,
great.
and she also, she's a painter. She does oil painting.
And where can people find her work?
You can actually, she's every year in August at Art in the Park in South Portland.
Okay.
And she'll be there this year. Come
All
check her
right.
out.
Okay. Now, talk about where you see yourself after college, and this is going to grow.
Yeah,
This
I
whole
definitely
thing
want
is-
this to grow.
this is gonna grow.
I really would love to keep on going with this, get it out there, and it would be awesome to see people wear it, definitely.
Well, I really, really think that's going to happen. But now, do you see yourself staying in Maine? What?
I love Maine. I really do. It's a great place, and my heart is to stay here. So you never know, but I would be 100% happy with being here for the rest of my life, definitely.
It's great.
I do love to vacation, though.
Well, of course, but it's always nice to come home, too.
It is always nice to come home.
So what's your favorite part of Maine?
Well, I've grown up in South Portland, but I like going more towards like Bar Harbor, and I love the beach,
More
the
secluded?
water, the ocean. I love it. It's
Okay.
very peaceful.
Wow. It's just amazing. Most kids your age, I shouldn't call you a kid because you're not a kid, want to get out. They want to get away. They want to get as far away from mom and dad. They want to get as far away from home in Maine. I also know after 20, 30 years, I know quite a few people who come back
Come back.
and they say, I want to be home now.
Yeah.
And I did that because I grew up in Gary, Indiana. And I left there at a very young age. I went to Chicago. I was there for quite a long time modeling and acting. And then I went off to New York. And New York was my home for 25 years.
Wow.
And, but then when I found Maine, that was it. It was love. And I knew I wanted to be here the rest of my life.
Wow.
And the people I'm meeting, like you and a few others, I am just so impressed that you don't really find people as yourself that together and ready to work hard. Now, your people skills are great. I mean, did mom and dad let you play on the video games and do all of that, or did they say, okay, you got an hour on video games and that's it? What was?
Well, with it being just my sister and I, two girls, we didn't have the necessity for I have to have an Xbox,
Yeah.
or any of those games. I do enjoy playing them every now with my friends, but we never had the video game problem. We watch TV and everything, but
Yeah.
both of my parents are pretty creative, so I think both my sister and I have gotten some part of that gene. So we were always, even when we were little kids, doing weird, different stuff than the normal. But it was definitely a lot of fun.
Now, you also work part-time at Sugar.
Yeah.
What are you learning there?
I'm learning a lot of stuff there, a lot, not just with the business part, but I've actually started to learn some sewing things. Both Roxy and Lisa have been helping me out in doing that, which is always a great skill to have.
Oh, Lisa and Roxy are great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then it's also more people skills, the people that come into her store. It's a little bit, I'm a little bit shy, but I'm still getting there. Like, when the people come in, I say hello and everything, but I need to get used to more selling the product and like giving them the information of Roxy's stuff. So that's something that I'm working on.
That takes time.
Yeah.
That takes
But
time.
I'm so enjoying it.
Oh, I'm sure.
That place is great.
Roxy, she's a New York girl, and I mean, we hit it off when we first met. And we met at Injun. Injun was having a showing one night, and somebody introduced us and said, well, you both are from New York, and we both just kind of went, talking away like I don't know what. And she's amazing. I mean, she's a creative woman. She's a smart woman, good businesswoman. So you're learning from the best. You're learning from someone. You know, retail is not an easy business on any level, and you have to know your customers, and you have to know, you know, what would look good on them. And after I was over there trying on the outfits, I have been encouraging everybody of every shape and size. When they say, well, I can't wear that, it's, yes, you can. And by the way, look at the license plate jewelry. I just think it's wonderful. But you are learning from the best with Roxy. And walking in there, so many people had talked to me about it, and took me a while to get in there because it's like my days go by so fast. And when I walked in, it was so creatively done with the back part
Yeah, it's
actually
awesome.
being a factory-like.
Yeah, no, we work right there, and we've got the store, so it's kind of both in one. But it's great. It works
It's great,
perfect.
yeah. And one part of it, you have all of the local Maine jewelry, and your things are there. But the way it's set up and displayed, driftwood, different kinds of things, is great. So you're learning from a good person over there. And
Definitely.
so as you're involved in all of this, do you have time for a personal life?
I do actually. I do have time for personal life.
Do we have a boyfriend?
Yes, I do.
Does mom and dad like him?
Yes. He actually works for my father.
Oh, all right. Well, then, Dad can keep an eye on all
Yeah.
this. Okay, so what's his name?
His name is Drew Cram.
Okay, and what does he do with your dad?
He does he doesn't necessarily do the welding, although he's been doing a little bit of it, but it just takes time and practice. But they've been really busy right now, so he kind of just, wherever my dad tells him he needs to be, doing, cutting metal, torching, all that kind of stuff, he's there. He does it.
Okay, all right. So how long have you two been dating?
Since, let's see, October, November?
Okay, now, here's the big question that will tell me if I like him or not. Is he supportive of you?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right, I like him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, he was excited to know that I was going on the show and everything, so pushing me that extra time to go.
I like
so.
that. I like that. He's not
Definitely.
threatened by your career. He's not threatened by you. That's always been a problem with men usually. They want to keep the woman home, and they don't want you to get exposure, and he sounds great. Okay, I like him. Okay, you can date him.
Okay.
I
appreciate your approval.
Well, you're welcome. Anytime, just let me know. So this is great. Now, blowtorch. I just got this vision of you starting to work with blowtorches.
I have torched before.
You have torched
yeah,
before.
but not professionally. I just cut stuff that my father's either throwing away that's too long to fit in the bed of his truck. But I have done that before. Not very often, but I do.
Okay, so you get any
Not scared of it.
Okay, so you get any ideas from that?
I don't know.
I do. I just think of license plates kind of melting.
Well, I mean, going in my father's garage either way is inspiring to me. So.
And that's the name of your website.
Yep. Playing in Daddy's Garage.
Playing in Daddy's Garage. How great is that?
Yeah, I actually have a Facebook page too that's Playing in Daddy's Garage. So if you want to check it out, go ahead.
Okay, well then at the end of the show, make sure you write this down with your phone numbers on there and your website and everything is there. And if you have a special event coming up, or gifts you want to give out, I'd contact Mariah here.
Absolutely.
You'll be giving something very different. So now, where do all your license plates come from?
I've collected them when I was little, just because I just thought they were kind of cool. And then I actually find some at antique stores and junkyards, and then I have people from out of state that I know, close friends, family, that actually send some up, which is awesome.
Okay.
Get different
All
states,
right.
different colors. So
Well,
all
that's
these
true.
are the natural color of the license plate.
I mean, the colors that come up here are just so beautiful, you know, and I just want to show. Now, this one here we haven't shown yet, and it's so delicate. Look at this one. Now, this is now, is that made from this?
No, it's actually the back of a Maine license plate that either, I don't know, aged at the sun or something, and it turned it that color. You know, it was just a portion of it. So I was just able to make these and the earrings that go with it. So.
Those, so delicate looking. Of course, you know, I was on the phone with my sister on Sunday, and I was talking about you. And I was describing to her what you make. And we always are laughing and joking. And she says, well, you might cut yourself. I said, no. But it's a license plate. I said, no, she sands everything. Yeah, it's definitely lightweight. There's no sharp edge. It's definitely sister-proof. And, but these are just beautiful. So everybody can see these. Well now, do you have any more ideas that you're playing with? I mean, your schedule is very busy. I know that.
Well, I would like to do something other than roses, you know, kind of find something else to venture off on, you know, just as inspiration and everything.
Yeah.
But I haven't quite found what I'm going to do yet. I'm kind of still drawn towards the flowers and stuff, but I also do other things set aside from license plate. I've started to make things out of old canvases.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like handbags, and I also made a photo album.
Okay.
So my sister's a painter, so the ideas came from her and giving her a Christmas present. So I actually made her a handbag and made her a photo album to put her pictures in.
Oh, great.
So, but
that's great. So now are we going to be seeing that at the store, or is that something you're still working on?
It's something I'm still working on, because with the canvases, depending on what you find, can be very delicate. So I need to make sure when I do bags and such that I have a good solid like bottom and everything. But with only having a standard sewing machine at home, I can't really sew through thick leathers or thick fabric. So I'm still I'm moving forward with it.
Okay.
So you
That's
may
very
in the
good.
future see them out there.
Okay. Well, I think this is all fantastic. I think we need to really promote you. I want everybody out there to really take a look at your website, Facebook, everything. Feel free to call with questions. Is there anything you want our audience to know?
You know, just look at my stuff on Facebook, you know, anything. If you want a special color, special license plate of state, I would love to help you out. I would love to make it for you. Just contact me and I'll be there.
Love it. Wasn't there a song like that? Reach out,
there.
I'll be there. Yeah. So, take that hint. So, my dear, we're running out of time, but this has been so good. It's been so great having you. You'll come back.
Yes,
with
definitely.
more ideas.
Yeah, I hope so.
And more product.
Yes.
And I want to thank everybody for taking the time and watching our show today. Rolanda, good luck at bingo. And have a good day. Bye-bye.